Good morning. Welcome to Business Growth Accelerator. Simple strategies for serious business owners who are wanting solid results. And, sometimes we have real difficulty with our decision making and how do we make decisions. So I thought I'd give you a simple formula today on decision making. I call it the 5 Ds. And I'm going to write it on the board behind me. Because if we've got a process to actually make decisions, then of course our decision making becomes easier. But quite often with our mind, the thought goes round and round in our head, and our thoughts just seem to expand, and you think, gee whiz, how am I going to make this decision? So I thought today we'd talk about the 5 Ds in decision making. So let me come here for you as well. So the 5 Ds for decision making. And decision making. Now, the first thing is when you've got a decision that you have to make, what are we going to do? First one, we could defer it. We could defer making the decision. And if we defer it, it means we're putting it off to some later stage. It means that we're going to have to come back to it. What we could do, all right, instead of doing what we need to do, let's just dump it. We don't need to make the decision. It's not important in our life. It's not important in what we do. So let's just dump it, get rid of it, so that it's unnecessary. It gets out of our mind. We don't need to organise it anymore. We could do it. Just get on and do it. Because quite often procrastination comes in when we're trying to make decisions. Oh, I'll put it off to later, or it's not right now. And this is where our frog sheet comes in really handy, because what we're saying here is when you have the frog sheet, if there's something that you've been procrastinating on, you've got to eat that frog. So it's the first thing you do in the morning is to eat that frog, so it gets out of the way, so it frees up your time for the rest of the day. So we can defer it, we can dump the decision, or we can do it. Next one. We could delegate it. Delegate it to one of our team members. Delegate it to someone who might be more competent than we are in doing the task that we need to make the decision on. And if we delegate it, then it's really important that we give the specific instructions of what we require to have this decision completed. The last one, deconstruct it. Deconstruct it. Have we got all the information that we need to make that decision? Or do we need to go back in and have a look at it a little bit more so we can actually add a little bit more information to make the correct decision? Now, sometimes this again is procrastination, and we overthink the idea when we're deconstructing it. So we need to be really careful that we don't do that, because as General George Patton said, a plan executed now, a mediocre plan executed now is far better than an expert plan done next week. So don't procrastinate on that. Sometimes we've just got to get on and do it. So there you go. There are the 5 Ds in decision making. Defer the decision, dump it, do it, delegate it, or deconstruct it, and then restart again. Enjoy that. Utilize it in your business, and see how your decision making goes. That's the thoughts for the day.